Alright, what is up YouTube? So today, we actually got an update on the Naruto live action that is coming from Hollywood, as well as some more casting news for One Piece Season 2 from Netflix. So yeah, I'll get into the Naruto stuff first, and then we'll end things off with the new cast member that has been revealed for the One Piece live action. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so this article came out yesterday from Entertainment Weekly. It says here, original Naruto live action movie writer previews, director, Destin Daniel Cretton's nuanced and special take. Tasha, who worked on the live-action movie's first script, tells Entertainment Weekly she's excited to see Shang-Chi Helmer's interpretation of the character. The live-action Naruto movie is one step closer to completion. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, original writer Tasha reveals that her script is done on the anime adaptation's first live-action big-screen outing, and that new writer-director Destin Daniel Cretton is now doing his stuff with the story as the filmmaker takes over the project before filming. The mind behind Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings and Short Term 12 was previously announced as the film's new director and writer, taking over for Huo in February. Following his success in directing Marvel's Shang-Chi movie to $432 million at the global box office during the pandemic no less, Huo, who also serves as the showrunner for Netflix's upcoming Tomb Raider anime, praises Cretton for his background in producing his own writing and storytelling that she feels is very personal and relatable to viewers. Quote, "I think that's such a cool choice because he's going to be able to capture how nuanced and special Naruto is without getting distracted by the big world that it is, which I think could easily be done by someone who's not a fan or someone who's coming in for a cash payday." She says, "This is definitely a movie that comes at it from a love of who Naruto is and that character and his relationships." And then yeah, the rest of the article just talks about the premise of Naruto and how Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, actually met Destin Daniel Cretton and watched a few of his movies and said he's a really good choice, but I already covered that in a previous video. So yeah, essentially this article is kind of going over the previous writer of the script, who was Tasha, and I guess her sort of take on Destin Daniel Cretton taking over for the film as the director and the writer. We never really got too much clarification because I remember when making that first video about Tasha being the writer and seemingly the director for the Naruto live action, then they shortly announced after that that this guy was going to be directing it, but it also did have writing credits, so it wasn't really clear on if he was taking over, if he was going to be writing or working with her. So now this article seems to kind of clear that up, and it seems like Tasha probably had to pass down the torch to him because she's too busy working on a lot of other stuff, including the Tomb Raider anime, which I'm really excited for. But yeah, in this article it basically is saying that she's passing down the torch to Destin Daniel Cretton in a positive way, and her kind of giving her praise to him while also giving us a little bit of a hint that what he's doing with the film and what he does in a lot of his works is going to be very fitting for this project. And I like that because I do remember Tasha being a really big fan of Naruto, and that was one of the reasons why I was so excited for her to kind of be, you know, writing the script and leading this project, this film. So at the very least, it is still nice to know that she also gives her endorsement to who's going to be taking over leading the film. And I mean, we already had a pretty good idea that, you know, Destin Daniel Cretton would do a good job, given that Masashi Kishimoto, you know, gave his approval, his endorsement as well. I mean, the creator of Naruto, which I think would probably be more important than, you know, Tasha who was a fan, but nonetheless, both of them giving their approval is just, you know, great words to hear, great news for Naruto fans. But yeah, this is just kind of something for me and all the other film nerds out there that understand, you know, sometimes behind the scenes, a lot of times you run into creators with differences and ends up making the film or whatever project stuck in limbo for a while. And it's not just because of they can't get this right or whatever. It's, you know, film is very collaborative and sometimes minds and people just don't agree with each other. But that is seemingly not the case for this project, which is great. Now moving on to the One Piece news that we have. It's very short, only one casting choice, but nonetheless it seems like a pretty good one. From the official Netflix One Piece live action Twitter, it says here, "In the heart of the desert kingdom of Alabasta, where rebellion stirs and secrets are buried, stands a king like no other. Introducing Nefertari Cobra, the pillar of integrity in a kingdom at crossroads." And it looks like the actor that's going to be playing him is Sindhil Ramamurthy. So yeah, upon looking at his credits, it seems like he's got a decent amount of them. Nothing too big, but nonetheless, he's been in the game, in the acting scene for a very long time. So I think that's pretty cool. I think the most interesting thing to take apart here is that he's playing a character from Alabasta, and from the note that Oda left, it didn't seem like we were going to be getting into the Alabasta arc. So I wonder what exactly this means, and maybe it's just my lack of remembering all of what happens in the early parts of One Piece, but I'll definitely have to talk about that with my buddy who is a huge One Piece fan, and we can get all into that deep discussion for a separate video. But I think that's all I really wanted to say for this video. What do you guys think about the Naruto live action article, as well as this new casting choice for the One Piece live action from Netflix? Let me know in the comments below. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. That helps me out a ton. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.